Asashi Sundergoons, welcome back to another video from your friendly neighborhood Battle Royale Sundergoon, Asashi Arthuro. In this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on the recently released second installment of Splitgate that now has a Battle Royale element. To give y'all an overview, I'll be discussing these four main points on the game. Firstly, gameplay, concept and mechanics, gameplay, casual, competitive orientation, differences from the first installment, and finally something I think many of y'all would be eager to know my thoughts on, monetization and microtransactions. Okay, with all these introductions out of the way, let's get into the actual content of the video. But before we actually do any discussing or opinion stating, I just want to give y'all a disclaimer on where my opinions and thoughts of this game would stand in the Battle Royale community, so that y'all would know where to put my opinions of this in on your ladder of my experiences with so-and-so. So if you're not interested in this blah 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 bullshit, feel free to skip to the beginning of the timestamp for part 1, but don't come booing to me in the comments when I give a shit take that's different from all the other content creators out there. So first of all, I'm an avid Battle Royale gamer who has played titles on both mobile and PC, such as Apex Legends, PUBG, both PC and mobile, Bloodstrike, and Call of Duty Mobile. I'm also somewhat familiar with the game mechanics of other well-known titles, such as COD Warzone, which I no longer play, just to put my skill level and gameplay on the table so y'all won't go, hey, this guy just saying he's played all these games before, but in fact he's just shit at all of them! Anyways, time for a rant. I currently have about 3.8k hours invested into Apex Legends over the past 4 years at the time of this recording, and I would also consider myself a high plat, low diamond in the servers I play in, mainly Asia Pacific, Northeast and Southeast. I also have about 27 hours clocked into Bloodstrike over the past 3 weeks as of recording this as well, and I'm currently about Master 2 in the game. I play PUBG PC relatively casually, mostly with friends, so I don't have many hours clocked in for that, although I am relatively familiar with its gameplay and mechanics. Anyways, if you managed to catch all that, congrats! Now that you know where to place my opinions and thoughts on your pedestal of hot takes, let's finally move on to my thoughts. Hey Sundergoons, Editor Arthur here. Another tiny disclaimer. This video is meant to be a pure game review, not some political or game company review. I currently, as of recording and editing this video, have no idea what the developers have said or done on social media due to how chaotic the current situation is. And I'm not planning to, unless someone watching this video is willing to give me a factual, straight to the point description of what has happened to the game during alpha and beta, and what the developers have said and done. Otherwise, I hope y'all won't bring in your political, capitalistic company thoughts into my comments. I just want to state that I will review certain things in the game that I've seen being dragged through the mud in Steam reviews and X-Threads, so stay tuned. Part 1. Gameplay concept and mechanics. You can see the gameplay footage playing in the background, yes? So the concept and mechanics of the game differ depending on the game mode you're playing. So for Battle Royale, they have a fascinating concept, where instead of having one big map with multiple places of interest, or POIs, seamlessly connecting into one another, they instead have 5 small mini-maps connected to each other in series by portals through dimensions. The ring closing concept is also different, where the ring closes by slowly eliminating one of the 5 POIs on the map completely, as it moves and completely closes on the other 4, where the traditional Battle Royale ring closing will only then occur once one map is left. Or at least that's what I got out of my gameplay. The downside about the BR mode is that they don't give you a tutorial and they really expect you to know what you're doing in the open map, which is a major flaw that many Battle Royale games, especially even Apex Legends, only fixed in their later seasons. The Battle Royale also uses concept and mechanics very similar to COD Warzone and Bloodstrike, where weapons are already pre-kitted out in terms of their rarity, where you have the basic sliding and sprinting, and so on. But they also have a very strange momentum system where it's as if you integrate Horizon's passive from Apex Legends into Warzone movement, since it's very easy to accumulate and increase your velocity through sliding and using slanted terrain. They also have relatively low gun recoil and very small hipfire spread, causing you to have to focus more on your tracing, your movement, and your game sense at knowing when to take cover. On the other hand, if we were to talk about their arena game modes, they have quite the variety of game modes, just like their original installment ranging from King of the Hills and Team Deathmatch to Split Ball and Firecracker. It's a bunch of game modes from the first installment or new in Splitgate 1 game modes, and the ability for you to create custom maps and games to your liking with your friends. Overall, I really like the general concept of the game, which, although needs some polishing, is an improvement from the first installment. Okay, I don't want to yap too much in just this part, so let's just move on. Part 2! Gameplay Casual Competitive Orientation. It's very clear from the state of the game and the style of gameplay that this game is oriented towards the casual audience, especially the Battle Royale mode. As someone who has played Apex Legends, I'm very familiar with the importance of audio in a BR game, in which Apex Legends has situations where there is a lack of this important information. In Splitgate 2, there is a general strong lack of audio, where footsteps are very soft compared to the surrounding ambient audio, making the game feel like I need to visually look around to be able to find or notice enemies, or until I get shot. There's also an issue of a lack of proper cover in many parts of the map, making the general feel of the map very open and a little unpolished as a Battle Royale map, especially when the time to kill is so high, almost comparable with Apex Legends and Bloodstrike. So the fact that there is such large open areas with a lack of proper cover for you to find and a lack of audio makes it very not as fair as it's supposed to be. The arena maps, although, are improved and more balanced for the current game modes due to the decrease in height difference between levels, as what people in Valorant and CS would refer to as Heaven and Hell, and the removal of many gaping holes between part of the maps. The maps are still slightly unbalanced for competitive gameplay, in my personal opinion. I feel like many people might find that it's relatively okay for competitive gameplay, but I think that opinion differs from person to person. So, also adding to the fact that there are also creative options for players to make their own maps, private lobbies, and personal game modes, it's quite clear that this game is very casual oriented at this current point in time. Part 3! Differences from the first installment. Overall, it's mainly that there are new modes and new maps. Of course, we have the main difference in new modes, which is the new Battle Royale game mode, and the new map, which is the Battle Royale map, but there are also many new arena maps. There's also the community tab, where people can share the maps that they made on their own for others to use, such as maps from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Warzone, etc. With all these new maps and modes, you don't have to stick to those few limited modes. You can try out maps made by your friends, or even popular community creators, experimenting and experiencing different playstyles and being more flexible in terms of gameplay, basically keeping you on your feet. It also helps you to foster that sense of community bonding and creativity, just like how in Fortnite and Roblox, people can create their own game modes, create their own maps, and then share those game modes and maps for other people, make it public, and let other people enjoy and have fun together with them. Overall, I think this is great for encouraging casual-oriented gameplay and making a creative space for gamers. Final part! The part I know many of y'all are looking forward to. The monetization and microtransactions. I've seen many reviews and extracts saying that this game has the most blatant and greedy monetization and microtransaction shop, and the skins and bundles in the shop are the most expensive y'all have ever seen. I will be addressing this now with screenshots comparing the two from multiple Battle Royale games and the actual value. And I mean the original store price, not the current discounted price you see in some of the bundles from the other Battle Royale games. Okay, while I'm going through these images, I'm pretty sure y'all can process a few mere numbers while I continue explaining, yes? Okay, I'm assume so. Just to put this into perspective, a lot of these that I'm putting up here are from Apex Legends, a popular game from Respawn and from EA, where 100 Apex coins equate to $1. And in Splitgate 2, 100 Split coins also equate to $1. This should make both of these games' in-game store prices easier to process in actual monetary value for all of y'all. I just also want to say that yes, although these bundle prices look more expensive in Splitgate 2, note that they also give you more skins and cosmetics, so the actual value of the bundle is supposedly higher than the other featured game. Also, the Battle Pass, although it comes in 3 chapters, also actually gives you back the currency you used to purchase it, giving you the chance to either purchase the next chapter for free if you bought it chapter by chapter, or have more than enough to purchase the next season's BP if you decided to buy the whole season's BP at once. So, similar to Apex Legends Battle Pass, you're basically buying one Battle Pass that gives you enough in-game currency to cycle onto the next season, and so on and so forth. I'm not trying to reason and support the developers of Splitgate here for this kind of microtransaction and in-game store marketing. I'm just trying to say that the situation here is not as bad and as exaggerated as many have brought it out to be. I also want to say that the gaming industry as we know it now has been inflated with microtransactions that aren't actually micro, and all the predatory false advertising with discounts that make bundles and skins seem cheaper than they actually are, and bonuses for chain purchases to get you to keep buying more. This trend has to die down, but honestly, compared to the games that I, or maybe even many of you, have played before, the pricing of the microtransactions in this game now are actually much better than what I've seen in other games. I just hope that it doesn't get worse into the exact description that many have said in the Steam review pages. But I also just want to add that certain parts of the store are extremely scummy, especially the part of the store converting real money into split coins. I'm not sure if it's just for my local currency, but above 500 split coins, they're selling you the coins for $1 to $2 more than even the added bonus value, which I think is a straight up scam and the marketing and front-end developers should do something about. But otherwise, the store is relatively balanced in terms of price in terms of split coins. So that's it for my review of Splitgate 2. I hope y'all managed to find something y'all felt or thought that was in common with mine. If I seem to have missed anything or you think that you want me to review another FPS or Battle Royale game, feel free to let me know in the comments. Note that all the gameplay footage in this video was provided from the stream that did a couple of days before the release of this video, so feel free to check it out or subscribe to me and click the bell icon to be notified of my future videos and streams. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Asashi, Arthuro, signing off. Good nightmares, and Sun Dragoons, I'll see y'all next time.